So let's say we're given this equation and we're asked to solve. So number one, let's say the given equation is x squared minus 3x quantity squared minus 2 x squared minus 3x minus 8 is equal to 0. So do you have any idea of what are we going to do with this kind of equation, guys?
So we expand.
So yes, you can expand, but if you expand, exponents will become bigger, no? So better to have substitution. Okay? For the meantime, you let y, any letter you want, to be equal to, for instance, x squared minus 3x. So this is actually quadratic in this binomial, x squared minus 3x. Again, it is quadratic equation in the binomial x squared minus 3x. It's like treating x squared minus 3x as your variable, okay? Then we have now this equation, y squared minus 2y minus 8. And it's now a simpler equation compared to the original. So is this factorable? I think so, no? Y minus 4, y plus 2. Am I correct, guys?
Yes, sir.
So equate its factor to 0. And then solve its linear equation. We have y equals 4 or y equals negative 2. Okay? Then you are going to replace y by 4 and then later y by negative 2 in this representation that we had. So we know that y is equal to what? X squared minus 3x, right? But this is supposed to be equal to what? To 4, no? Okay? Sorry, let's have first when x is 4. When x is 4, when y is 4, sorry, we have 4 is equal to x squared minus 3x, okay? So what is the solution to this equation? So first, let's put that in standard form. X squared minus 3x minus 4. Am I correct? Equal to 0. Now, I think it is also factorable. X minus 4, x plus 1 is equal to 0. Equate its factor to 0. So we get what? X equals 4 or x equals negative 1. Okay? So in this first value of y, we get two values of x, no? Corresponding values. X, the values of x are 4 and negative 1. Okay? So what about when x is...
Sir?
Yes?
Can you repeat that, sir? The x is equal to 4 and negative 1?
When x is... you solve this equation in x, this quadratic that we got. Remember when y is 4, we go back to our representation. So x squared minus 3x, when 4 is transposed to the right, we have minus 4, and that is equal to 0. Am I correct? And x squared minus 3x minus 4 is factorable into x minus 4, x plus 1. Is that right? Yeah. So equate its factor to 0. Okay now? So we have these two possible roots. Okay? So x equals 4, x equals negative 1. But there are other possible roots. So let's see. Okay? Any question now? Do you still have questions? Iho?
Answer.
When y,
Sir.
what about when y is negative 2? Remember, we are not solving for y, but we are solving for x. So we are not supposed to stop at y equals 4, y equals negative 2. Because what we are after, x values. Okay? So what about when y is negative 2? When y is negative 2, we get what? We get 2. We substitute again to this equation. 2 is equal to what? X squared minus 3x. So getting x squared minus 3x, then minus 2, okay? And that is equal to 0. Is this factorable or not? So it's plus 2, no? Because y is negative 2, sorry. Okay now? So this is this factorable? I think so, no? X minus 2, x minus 1 equal to 0. Okay? So equate its factor to 0. So we get what? X equals 2 or x equals 1, right? So these are the other possible roots. So there are 4 roots that will satisfy the given equation. So what are they? 4, negative 1, 2, and then 1. Do you have any questions with this, guys? You can check if you want its value by substitution. And when you substitute to the original equation, you must get 0, no? Okay? A question, guys? Okay, what about number 2? So let's say I have 2. It's raining again. Is it raining in your place?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
So it stops, then after that it will rain again hard, heavy rain, and then will stop and then rain again. X minus 3 all over x plus 1 minus 1. What about this one? Again, do you have any suggestion on how to solve this type of problem if you have this? So notice that again, it is quadratic in what expression? Guys, it is quadratic in x minus 3 over all over x plus 1. Okay? So you let that by a simple variable. So let y be equal to x minus 3 all over x plus 1. Then we get this quadratic equation. 2y squared plus y minus 1 equal to 0. Is it factorable, guys? Guys? Am I
Yes.
correct with my factors on the left side? Okay, that
Yes,
is a
sir.
factor form. So equating its factor to 0 by using 0 factor property, we will able to solve for the value of y. y equals 1/2 or y equals -1. But we are not after y values. What we want, x values, no? So from the given equation, representation, we know that what? Y is equal to x minus 3 all over x plus 1. So when y is 1/2, so we can now solve for the x. So we get 1/2 is equal to what? X minus 3 all over x plus 1. So from this fractional equation, let's simplify and get x plus 1 times what? Is equal to x plus 1 times 1, and that is equal to 2 times x minus 3. Am I correct, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So x plus 1 is equal to -2x, positive 2x minus 6. So that we have negative x is equal to -7, right? What is x? 7. What we do not want to get from the original equation is -1. Let's say you get -1 as the value of x. You are going to reject that because it will give us division by 0. Is that clear, guys? Since it is not -1, so we are going to accept this answer. Okay? Is that clear? So we are trying to avoid -1 because that will make division by 0 from the original equation. Okay? What about when y is what? When y is -1. So when y is -1, we have -1 is equal to x minus 3 all over x plus 1. So getting negative x minus 1, and that is equal to x minus 3. Am I clear with this? I multiply -1 to the denominator of the right side. Okay? So that we have -2x equals -2. So what is x? +1. So since it's not -1, we're going to accept this answer also. Because what we do not want, -1. Is this clear, guys?
Yes, boss.
Okay. Am I correct with my solution? You check, huh? Okay. So, any question with this? So there are two roots for this equation. Okay? Satisfying the given equation. Let's have number 3. So let's say this is the given equation. We have two x minus 3 all over x minus 4. And then minus 7 plus 6 times x minus 4 all over 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay? Did you understand the problem, guys? What do you notice in the problem? What is that thing that you can observe in the given problem? Is there anything that you can see something that is unusual here?
Sir, the fraction is the reciprocal of each
Yes,
other.
no? So you can let one of them as what? As your one variable, no? So let's say let y be equal to what? 2x minus 3 all over x minus 4. Okay? So then what will happen? This is equal to what? Y minus 7 plus 6 times. And what is x minus 4 all over 2x minus 3? 1
1
over,
over y.
okay, equals 0. Okay? So we multiply by what? By y, no? To get rid of the denominator. So y squared minus 7y plus 6 equals 0. So is it factorable? I think so, no? Y minus 6, y minus 1. Okay? But of course, you can use other method, no? Y minus 6 is equal to 0, or y minus 1 is equal to 0. Y is equal to 6, or y equals 1. Okay? So we know that y is equal to 2x minus 3 all over x minus 4. So we now have, when x is 6, when y is 6, sorry. When y is 6, we get 6 is equal to 2x minus 3 all over x minus 4. So cross multiply, 6x minus 24 is equal to 2x minus 3. Transpose necessary terms. On the left side, we now have 4x. On the right side, we now have positive 21. Am I correct, guys?
Yes.
Is that right? So what is my x? 21 over
4.
4. Okay? So what we do not want is x equals 4, x equals 3 halves, because those numbers will make the denominator 0 in the original equation. Since we did not get that, so we accept this answer. Okay? So that's our y. Okay now? Any question with this, guys? No question? Okay.
None, sir.
So what about when y is positive 1? When y is positive 1, we now have 1 is equal to 2x minus 3 all over x minus 4. So getting, cross multiply again, x minus 4 is equal to 2x minus 3. Transposing necessary terms on the appropriate side, we have negative x on the left side, positive 1 on the right side. So what is x, guys? Negative 1. Okay? So we accept this value, no? Because it's not what we do not want. Okay? What we do not want for 3 halves. Is that clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you have to observe, no? Rather than considering this as equation in x immediately, so better to have a substitution first. Okay? So that will make our solution easier. But of course, you can do that by using the x variable, but it will be complicated. You might come up with an equation in x that is complicated, perhaps higher in order, higher degree. And as the degree gets higher, it's not easy to factor. Okay? So let's have this equation, 3x, number 4, 3x plus 4 all over 4x plus 1. What did I give you last time? Did I give this one to you? 4x plus 1?
Assignment po yata.
This one?
6. Opo, tapos 6x minus 5 over
Okay.
2x
So
plus
let me
7.
change the problem. Let me change. me change that. So we have number 4. So we have 4x plus 3, 4x plus 3 all over 3x minus 4. I mean 3x plus 4. And that is equal to 2x plus 1 all over x plus 2. Okay? So what about this? So we can cross, no? Because we have one fraction only on the left, one fraction on the right. Cross multiplication can be done here. Okay? So we now have 4x plus 3 multiplied by x plus 2. On the right side, we have 3x plus 4 multiplied by 2x plus 1, correct? So this is 4x squared plus 11. Is it 11, guys? X plus 6, guys. Guys,
Yes po.
what about on the right side? 6x squared plus 11x plus 4. Am I correct? So,
Yes.
correct, guys? 8 plus 3, 11 also, no? So, we can eliminate this part. So, we can eliminate this, na? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So, we now get negative 2x squared equals negative 2. So, what is x squared? 1. So, what is x? Plus or minus 1. Now, what we do not want, negative 2, negative 4/3, because those numbers will make the denominators 0, no? So, but we did not get them. So, we accept these values. So, these are the roots. Okay? My question, guys. So, we
None, sir.
have square root of x plus 2 is equal to 3x minus 4. So first step is to square each side. But remember, when we square each side, it might produce extraneous root. So x plus 2 is equal to 3x minus 4. Square each side. Okay? So the right side is quantity squared. So expanding the right side, we get what? So what is the right side, guys? 9x squared minus 24x plus 16. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So let me transpose everything on the right side. 9x squared minus 24x, then minus 1x. So that is negative 25x. 16.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
So where did 24x come from?
Di ba we double? 3 times x, 3x times 4, then double it when you square.
Okay, sir.
Diba? We square the first, twice the product of the first and the second, then square the second. Okay now? Plus 14. Why plus 14? 16 minus 2. Then equal to 0. Okay? Is this factorable? Because if not, we're going to have it by what? By completing the square or by quadratic formula. Let's see. 9 possible, 3, 1. We want to get 25, no? So 7, I think here, and 2 here. So this is 21, and then, 3 pala, sorry, 3. Then 21, and then 6, Am I correct, guys? Will it be 25? No. No? What are the other possible factors? What about 9, 1, and then 7, 2?
14.
Check. Let me just check this. 18, 7. Will I get 25? Yes, I think, no? So both must be negative. So that I will get negative 25. So the factored form is 9x minus 7. Am I correct, guys? X minus 2. Guys,
Yes po.
negative 7, negative 18. There is no harm in trying, no? So that is part, no? Trying, you don't expect to be always correct, okay? Until you get the correct combination. So equate its factor to 0. So we get x equals 2 here. X equals 7 over 9. Okay, 7 over 9. Is that clear, guys?
Yes.
Now, we have to check, no? The right side is a radical, which is always positive in value if it's a real number. So we have to check. The right side is always a real number because when you plug in x, it will never be imaginary. So the right side, we have to maintain it is positive. So will 7 over 9 make the right side positive and equal to make the left side positive and equal to the right side? Let's see. What is 7 over 9 plus 2? That is 25 over 9. Square root is what? Square root. So you have to check because there is radical. So square root of 7 over 9 plus 2. So then 3 times 7 over 9 minus 4. Are they equal, guys? This is square root of 25 over 9. Am I correct? This is 7 divided by 3 minus 4. That is, again, 7 divided 3 times 7 divided by 9.
Negative 5 over 3.
Negative 5 over 3, right? Okay. But the left side is 5 over 3. Are they equal, guys? False, no? Am I correct? So we are going to reject this. Okay? Did you get that, guys?
Yes.
Where po itong galing yung 3?
Sorry.
Yung sa check-in po, yung 3 multiplied
Sorry.
by 7 over 9 minus 4.
We are checking when x is what? When x is 7 over 9. Huh? When x is 7 over 9. Oh, what is your question, Iha?
Okay na po, sir. Nakita ko na po. Sorry po.
What about when x is positive 2? So we substitute to the radical. So we have this x. So we now have 2 plus 2 is equal to 3 times 2 minus 4. 6 minus 4 is 2. What is the square root of 4? 2. Check, na? So there is only one root. And that is x equals 2. Okay, guys? Is that
Yes,
clear,
po.
children? Children?
Yes,
No,
sir.
if
Yes
we're
po,
only
sir.
going to look for,
Okay, sorry.
how do we know po if we're only going to look for 1? Since others po, di ba, apat po.
I can't clearly hear your sound.
How will we know po if we're only going to look for 1? Kasi po yung iba kanina for yung answer.
Because you should know the restriction. Like for instance, if you have fraction, you do not want the denominator to be 0. So the only way for number 4, like for number 4, the only way for this to be 0, yung denominator, when x is negative 4/3, and then, or when x is negative 2. But we did not get them, so we accept these values. If you have a radical, be sure you will get the left equal to the right, because when you substitute value, possible for the radical to have what? To have an imaginary value. And the right side is never imaginary. This right side for these values. So you really have to check. So when you have radical, better to check your answers. But if you will have a polynomial like this, like the first one, just a polynomial, for a polynomial, there is no restriction. Any value will do. Because a polynomial, especially quadratic, does not have any undefined value. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, so let's now have number 5. Is it number 5? So when you're dealing with radical, you have to be careful. Not all answers possible. Okay? Number 6. Let's say I have square root of 3x plus 1 plus 1 is equal to square root of 4x plus 5. Okay? If you're dealing with an equation containing more than one radical, make sure that one radical is isolated. Okay? So there is one radical that is isolated. Is there already a radical that is isolated, guys? Do we have already a radical that is isolated? Meaning on just one side.
Yes.
Yes, this radical. So if there is already one radical that is on one side, no other term, you can start now squaring. Okay? So square each side. Okay? So when we square, we have square of this radical plus 1 quantity squared. What is the square of this radical? No more radical. So let's now expand the left side. Square of the first term, so no more radical, plus twice the product of the first and that radical, so 2 times the radical. Twice the product of the first and the second, plus the square of 1, and that is equal to 4x plus 5. Let's now simplify. Transpose those terms without radical on the right side and isolate the term with radical on one side. So let's retain 2 square root of 3x plus 1 on the left side. So meaning we have to transpose the rest of the terms on the right side. So 4x minus 3x, that is just x. 1 plus 1 is 2. When transposed, negative 2 plus 5, positive 3. Am I correct, children?
Yes, boss.
So this radical is already isolated, no other term associated. So again, we can square each side to get rid of the radical. Square each side because it contains variable. So 4 times 3x plus 1. Am I correct with the right side? I mean with the left side? What about the square of the right side? So x plus 3 quantity squared. And that is equal to x squared plus twice the product, 6x plus 9. No? Okay, guys? What about this? 12x plus 4. So let's transpose everything on the right side. X squared, 6x minus 12x is negative 6x. 9 minus 4 is positive 5. I think this is factorable into x minus 5, x minus 1. Right? So equating its factor to 0. For the first equation, we have x equals 5. Okay? For the second equation, we have x minus 1 equal to 0, x equals 1. Since there is a radical, we have to check again. Okay? So let's see if both will satisfy or just one of them or none of them. When x is equal to 5, we get what, guys? Square root of 3 times 5 plus 1, then plus 1 outside is equal to square root of 4 times 5 plus 5. Oh, what is this? 16, right? What is the square root of 16? 4. Then plus 1. 4 times 5 is what? 20 plus 5, 25. What is the square root?
5.
5. Is 5 equals 5?
Yes.
Yes.
Therefore, we box this. This is an answer. Okay? Is the other one an answer also? Let's see. When x is equal to 1, yan, square root of, you can do that actually mentally, no? If you want, 3 times 1 plus 1 is equal to square root of 4 times 1 plus 5. Oh, what's the answer on the left side? 3 plus 1 is 4, square root is 2, plus 1, which is equal to 4 plus 5 is 9, no? Square root of is 3. Is 3 equals 3? Check, na? Therefore, this is also a root. So there are two possible roots, okay? Oh, is this clear now, children?
Yes, po.
Okay, so let's now proceed. Number 7, I think, no? Number 7, we have the square root of 3x plus 7 plus 2x, square root of that, 2x plus 6, and then that is equal to square root of 11 minus 5x. Okay? 3x plus 7 square root plus 2x plus 6 square root equals square root of 11 minus 5. Now again, check if there is already a radical that is alone on one side. Is there already a radical alone on one side? Yes, no?
Yes.
So we can now start squaring. What is important, there is one radical alone on one side of the equation. Okay? Yan. So when we square, we get square root of 3x plus 7 plus what? Plus square root of 2x plus 6 quantity squared, and that is equal to 11 minus 5x. Am I correct? When we square each side, guys. So we now have square the first, so now more radical. 3x plus 7 plus twice the product. So 2 times square root of 3x plus 7, 2x plus 6. Then 2 times, 2 times the product. Remember, if you have square root to square root, we can combine as factors the radicand, Okay? Plus square of the second, 2x plus 6. And that is equal to 11 minus 5x. Let us combine those terms without radical. And then at the same time, expand the radicand here. Oh, what is this, guys? 6x squared. 14, 18, that is
32.
what? What is 18 tsaka 14? Is it 32? 14, 18, guys? Is it 32?
Yes po.
32, no? Sure, no? 32x, then plus 42. 7 times 6 is 42, no? Oh,
Yes,
what
sir.
is negative 5? 3x plus 2x. How many? 5x. When transposed, negative 5x. So we now get negative 10x. What about the constant? 7 plus 6, 13. When transposed, negative 13. 11 minus 13, minus 2.
Negative 2.
O minus 2, no? Okay now? So, we are going to divide by 2 because common is 2, right? Divide by 2. So we get now just the radical. Again, why do we have to divide? So that the numbers will become smaller. So it so happens that 2 is common in every term on both sides, no? Negative 5x minus 1, correct? Let's now square. 6x squared plus 32x plus 42. And that is equal to, what's the square of the other side? 25x squared plus 10x plus 1. Am I correct, children?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Square each side. So combine, let's transpose everything on the right side. 25 minus 6, how many?
21.
19.
19. 19.
Ilan? 19?
19.
X squared. So 10 minus 32.
Negative 22.
Negative 22, then X, no? 1 minus 42. Is that correct, guys?
Yes, po.
Yes po.
Sir.
Okay. So what comes next? What comes next, guys? What are we going to do? Is this factorable?
Yes.
Yes, po.
What are the factors? Guys, what are the factors?
19x plus 1
19x.
plus or minus 1
So let's start with minus because we can easily put it as plus. And then the other one,
x plus 41.
x plus, I think, 41 here. X minus 1. Which one is supposed to be plus? Here? Plus, no?
Yes.
Let's check. Negative 41 plus 19. Is it negative 22, guys? And then negative 41, 19x squared. Is that correct now, guys? Guys.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
po.
sir.
Okay. So what is x? 41 over 19. Or x equals negative 1. Which do you think will work here? When x is 41 over 19, let's see. From the original equation, square root of 49, 3 times 41 over 19, and then plus 7, then plus square root of 2 times 41 over 19, then plus 6 is equal to square root of 11 minus 5 times 41 over 19. Be ready with your calculator. Check, please help me checking the value. 3 times 41 divided by 19 plus 7. So that is square root of 256 over 19 plus 2 times 41 divided by 19 plus 6. That is square root of 196 over 19. And that is equal to 11 minus 5 times 41 divided by 19. Square root of 4 over 19. Am I correct, guys?
Yes, sir.
So this is equal to 2 square root of 19, the right side. When simplified, 2 square root of 19 over 19, correct? Di ba we multiply this by square root of 19 over square root of 19 to rationalize, na? So 19 here, then square root of 4 is 2, square root of 19, okay? So this is square root of 19, no? Then, when you rationalize, you will have both 19, okay? So, the first one we have, let me check. Let me rationalize first. What is the square root of 256, by the way? 256 square root 16. Square root of 256. 16. So 16 is square root of 19
Over
plus 196. What is the square root?
14.
14. So plus 14 is square root of 19 all over 19. Okay, when you get the LCD. Okay, guys, para silang over 19, right? So, what is 16 plus 14?
30.
30, no? Square
Yes,
root
sir.
of 19 all over 19. Are they equal, guys?
No.
No. Therefore, rejected the first one. We cross this. So, our chance is for the second one. When x is negative 1, we can do that mentally. Negative 3, no? Plus 7 plus square root of negative 1 ay negative 2, na? Plus 6 is equal to 11 square root of 11 plus 5, na? It is now plus 5, right? Kasi
Yes,
times
sir.
negative 1. So what is this? 2 plus 2. And what is the right side? 4.
4.
Is 4 equals 4? Check. So there is only one root. Okay, guys? A question, children? Guys?
When we answer with solution, for example, on our assignment, and if there's only one root, but we have two solutions, but will we still submit the other one and we're just going to cross it out?
Yes, but your final answer must be actual solutions. Because if you include extraneous roots or solutions that are not to be solutions, it's still wrong. Because not all values are accepted, depending on the equation, nature of the equation. So you should know what the nature of every expression is, the restriction. That's why we are studying domain. You should know the restriction of every quantity. So you should avoid that variable. Okay, so better to check if you are not sure. Okay.
Sir, but we're gonna put all of that in the paper po.
Much better, because if you, let's say you fail to, because let's say you did not include, but you include a root that is not supposed to be a root, you will get mistake. Because when you cross one root, what is your reason? Why did you cross it? Like for instance, why is it that I crossed 41 over 19? Because I have a reason, and this is the reason. This is false. Okay? And if you
Yes,
box
sir.
both, means you are sure that they are both correct. It's all right if you did not check, but be sure they are really solutions. Okay? Okay now, guys? Okay,
Yes.
so let's start number 8. Absolute value of x plus 3 minus 1 is equal to x plus 1. Absolute value of that. What about this? If you have absolute value, it's like having radical also. Okay? So we can square each side. Is that clear, guys? Guys.
Yes, po.
Okay, so we'll be sure one absolute values expression is isolated. So, but it will produce extraneous roots possible, no? So you have to check again. So this is absolute value of x plus 3 minus 1 quantity squared. So we have to square also this. When you square absolute value, no need to put absolute value. Guys, if you have absolute value of, let's say, a, and you square it, that is the same thing as a squared. Is that clear, children? Guys, why did I remove absolute value? Because absolute value quantity squared is the same as a squared also. Okay?
Yes, po.
What about this? Square the first term, no need for absolute value. Minus twice the product of the first term and the second. 1 times x plus 3, absolute of that, is absolute value of x plus 3. Then times 2, no? Because twice the product. Plus the square of the second. Okay? This is x squared plus 2x plus 1. What is the square of this, guys? 6x plus 9 plus 1 is equal to x squared plus 2x plus 1. So I can eliminate this and this, no? Then let's combine those without absolute value. 6x plus minus 2x, that is what? 4x, correct, guys? 6x minus 2x. 9 plus 1, 10 minus 1. Actually, this is also eliminated, no? Terms on the same side, terms that are same on different sides can be eliminated. So we now just have 9. Am I correct, guys? And then is equal to absolute value of x plus 3. So isolate again the expression with absolute value. So we square at this again, we square it. Let's square this. So again, square it. Square each side. Okay? So this is 16 x squared plus 72. Is it 72x, guys? Boys.
Yes po.
What about this? When we square the absolute value, no need for absolute value, huh? And then just expand. Okay, guys? And this is 4. Okay? So 16 minus x squared is 12x squared. What about 72 minus 24?
48.
48, no? X. Then 81 minus 4 times 9 is 45. Am I correct?
Yes.
Its coefficient divisible by 3, no? So this is 4x squared. So divide by 3. This is positive 16x. This is positive 15. Okay now? Factoring. Is it factorable? Guys? Let's check. What are the possible factors? 4, 1. And then I think 5, 3. Let's check. 12, 5. Will I get 16 here? No. Not possible, no? Kung dito ang 3, this is 5. Will I get 23? No. So what about 2, 2, and then 5, 3? What do you think, guys? Boys.
16, sir.
10, 6, 16, huh? So 2x plus 5, 2x
2x.
plus 3, right? Guys? Guys,
Yes,
correct
sir.
now, no? Well, you thought of this way of factoring, trial and error.
So isn't it always trial and error?
Of course, but if you can do it mentally without any trial, much better. You're genius. Because there are students or there are people who can see immediately the possible combinations mentally. But in my case, sometimes I can't do that. There are times, there are cases where I can't do mentally the exact combination immediately or at once. Can you do that? Iho, can you do?
No.
But there are cases where we can do mentally immediately, no? Depending on the combination. Or what about this? Equate its factor to 0. By this time, you should know you should know how to do it mentally, the roots. Or what are the roots? Possible roots.
X
Negative
-5 over
5 over
2.
or
-3 over 2.
yan. By this time, no? You should know. As you become familiar, you can do it fast. Now, are they both accepted? Let's see. Checking. Because absolute value is always positive. The right side is always positive. What if the difference is negative? Okay, so it's not correct. So let's see. What is the absolute value of negative 5 halves plus 3 minus 1? And then negative 5 halves plus 1. What is negative 2.5 plus 3, guys? Minus 2.5. It is 0.5, no?
negative 11.
Or negative, negative 2.5 plus 3. It is 0.5, right? 0.5. At absolute value is still 0.5. Minus 1. Or what is the right left side? Negative 1/2, right? What about the right side? What is negative 1 point? What is this? Negative 2.5 plus 1.
Negative 3 over 2.
Absolute value is 3 halves, no? Or 1.5, right? Are they equal? Guys, are they equal?
No, sir. No po.
Kindly check my solution. So they are not equal, right? Therefore, we don't accept this. So we reject this one. Bye-bye, x equals negative 5 halves. Sorry, you're not included. What about when x is what? When x is 3 halves. When x is 3 halves, negative. So let's check. What do you think? Is it accepted, guys? What is the absolute value of this? Right side, negative 1.5 plus 1. It is positive 1/2. Guys,
Yes po.
this is 3 halves. Absolute value is 3 halves minus 1. What is 1.5 minus 1? 1/2. Is 1/2 equals 1/2? Check, no? Okay? So there is only one root, and that is negative 3 halves. Any question with this, children? Children? Last one, number 9 for this. So that we can proceed now to inequalities involving quadratic expression. What about if I have absolute value of 3x plus 5 minus absolute value of 1 plus 3x is equal to what? 3. Okay? Children? Hi, guys. Guys.
Yes.
Okay. So, you want this to be what? To our goal, remember our goal to isolate one absolute value expression. Is one absolute value expression isolated already? Guys?
Um,
No.
Not yet, no? Oh, you can isolate any of the absolute value. Better, I think, this one, no? So we transpose this on the other side. Okay now, guys? Yeah. Then start squaring. When we square this, we get 9x squared plus 30x plus 25. And that is equal to, we square this right side, no? Yan. Let's square that. 1 plus 3x, quantity squared. Then twice the product. 6 times abs of 1 plus 3x. Because twice the product. Plus 9. Okay? Expand this. 1 plus 6x plus 9x squared. Plus 6 abs of 1 plus 3x. Then plus 9. Okay? So this is 9. X squared plus 30x plus 25. Is that clear, children? Guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's now eliminate those terms that can be eliminated. What do you think? This and this, no? What else? No more? Then isolate one with absolute value. So this one, 6, 1 plus 3x. Yan, 6 abs of 1 plus 3x. Then 1 plus 9 is what? 10. When transposed, negative 10. 25 minus 10, 15. Am I correct? Guys. 30
Yes.
minus 6, 24x. So plus 15. 30x minus 6 is 6x is 24x. 25 minus 10 is 15. Okay? Is there any common so that numbers will be smaller, especially the coefficients? Divide
Wala
by
na.
3. Right? You try to make every coefficient smaller as much as possible. 3 is common to every what? Every coefficient, no? Here. 24 divided by 3, 8.
eight.
So 8x. And then what about here?
5. 5.
5. And then
2.
2.
2 abs of 1 plus 3x. And then square each side. 64x squared plus 80x plus 25. 4, then square of this. 1 plus 6x plus 9x squared. Correct, guys? What is 64 minus 36? This is 36. But when transposed, negative. 64 minus 36. 28, no? 80 minus 24. Correct?
56.
56. And then the last one, 25 minus 4. 21. Okay? What about this? What do you think? The possible factors. 28 possible factors, 7 and 4. No? What about 21? 3 and 7. 49 plus 12. Is it 56? Hindi. Not possible?
So,
Not, no? Guys, it's not?
Nope.
What do you think? Help me try find possible combinations. Guys,
14 and 2, 7.
sorry,
14 and 2, 7.
14 and 2. So we now have 3 and 7. What is 14 times 7? 98. I don't think it will work because this is big number already and you have just 6. You will not get 56. Okay. What about, let's say, 7 for, let's see, 7 for,
Sir, what if we divided by 7 first, the whole equation? Make
common,
it
is
smaller.
common 7. We can still simplify
Yes
so that
po.
the numbers will become smaller. I did not notice that. So 56 is common, no? I mean 7 is common. This is 4x squared. This is 8, no? And this is 3. Better to have this. What is the factored form now? Easier to factor.
Sir,
Yes.
2x plus 1 and 2x plus 3.
2x plus 1, 2x plus 3. Okay now? 2, 6, 8. Okay. So do it mentally. What is x? Or
Negative 1/2.
Negative 3.
okay, checking. When x is negative 1/2, what do you think? 3 times negative 1/2 is negative 3/2, no? Plus 5 halves of that. How to solve a quadratic inequality in one variable? A quadratic inequality in one variable takes the following forms. So these are the possible forms. Ax squared plus bx plus c is less than, greater than, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to 0. Okay? So any inequality that you can express in any of the following form, so less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to 0, is a quadratic inequality. Okay? How to solve a quadratic inequality? To solve a quadratic inequality, we are going to use the concept of critical number and sign chart. And then, of course, you should know how to solve critical numbers. And critical numbers are the solutions to the quadratic equation associated in this inequality. All you have to do is to equate to 0 this quadratic and then solve for the roots. The roots are what we call critical numbers or cut-off points. Okay? And they will be our basis in determining those possible values of x that will satisfy. And the solution is a set or collection of numbers. Okay? So let's do that. So let's say you are asked to solve or determine the solution set. Determine the solution set. Solution set, you can express that in set notation or interval notation. Number 1. So first, let's say you're given x minus 3 x plus 2 is less than 0. In this problem, the left side is already in factored form. So we can easily get the critical numbers. Because for the critical numbers, all we have to do is to what? Is to solve for the associated equation. Again, we need to solve for critical numbers. To solve for critical numbers, we need to solve this quadratic equation, associated quadratic equation. Yan. We get what? X equals 3 or what? X equals negative 2. Am I correct, children?
Yes,
Guys,
sir.
we call these numbers critical numbers. Again, what do you call these numbers, children?
Critical number.
Critical numbers.
Cut off points. Yan, these numbers, critical numbers. These numbers will serve as our guide. Because this expression, this quadratic, or this in particular, x minus 3x plus 2, this product is neutral when x is 3 or when x is negative 2, meaning this is equal to 0, not less than 0, not greater than 0, when x is 3, when x is negative 2. This product is equal to 0 when x is 3 or when x is negative 2. So neutral, critical numbers, or cut off points. Cut off points. Okay. Now, so you're going to draw a number line. Arrange those critical numbers on a number line. Do you know how to arrange numbers from lowest to highest? Guys, negative 2 here. To the right, positive 3. Am I correct? And then you list down all the factors, x minus 3, and then x plus 2. And you're going to determine the sign of each factor in the interval. This is to negative infinity, and to the right is positive infinity. Okay, and numbers between negative 2 and 3, for instance, 0, 1, and so on. Is that clear, children? And then determine the sign of product. Okay? You're going to determine the sign of the product. Sign of x minus 3, x plus 2. Now, where is x minus 3 neutral? Meaning, when is it 0? When x is 3, correct, children? Guys, when is x minus 3 0? When x is 3. When is x plus 2 0? When x is negative 2. Am I correct, children?
Yes.
Yes,
Then
sir.
to the right of 0, positive. To the left of 0, negative, this expression. Any number that you are going to assign to x that is to the left ng negative 2, to the left ng 3, this is always negative except when x is 3. Okay? So, and to the right of 3, positive. This is always positive. Let's say when x is 4, when x is 5, and so on. What about x plus 2? To the right, positive. To the left, negative. And then get the product. Negative, negative, positive. Positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, positive, positive. What we want, what we really want, to be less than 0. When is it less than 0, the product? When the product is negative. Am I correct, children?
Yes.
Therefore, in what interval? Negative 2 to 3. Is that correct? What is now the solution set? Children. The solution set, collection of all x, such that x is between negative 2 and positive 3. Do I have to include 3 and negative 2? No. Why? Because this is just less. But if it is equation at the same time, less than or equal to, included the endpoints. Is that clear, children? Or negative 2 to positive 3. Guys, is that clear?
Can you give another example?
Of course, because this is still number 1. Okay? Or number 2, what about if I'm going to reverse the problem? What about if I have greater than 2? Same solution, except that I greater than 0, sorry. Be sure the right side is 0, ha? If the right side is not 0, you cannot apply the rule. Okay? Yeah. So, instead of less, we have greater. So, meaning, what are supposed to be the solutions? Children, what are supposed to be? This time, the pink one. Is that clear, children? Guys, oh,
Yes, pa.
guys. Yeah. This is supposed to be the solution here. Yeah. Yeah. So what is supposed to be the solution, guys? What's the solution set? Union of intervals. Negative infinity to -2. But of course, we do not want to include -2. Union with +3 to +infinity. Is that clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay, so let's now have another one. Number 3. What if I have, let's say, x squared, x minus 5, x plus, let's say, x plus 5, 2 minus x is greater than or equal to 0. What about this? The left side is already in factored form, so we can easily get the critical numbers. Can you do mentally the critical numbers? Critical numbers are the solutions of the associated quadratic equation. What are the solutions? Or meaning, what are the critical numbers? Guys.
-5 and -2.
+2. +2. Am I correct? -5, +2. Is that correct, children? All children.
Yes, pa, sir.
And then we arrange them on a number line. So we have here -5 and here +2. And then going to be negative infinity to the right, positive infinity without end. And then we're going to copy the factors, x plus 5, 2 minus x. Okay? And then we have now sign of product. My lines are not good. Then what about the sign of product? Guys, sign of product. I will just write sign of product, ha? Product of left side. Okay, so let's now assign sign. Oh, where is it 0? The x plus 5, Iha? When x is what? Guys,
-5.
-5. So that we have guide. When is 2 minus x 0? When x is?
+2.
Yan. So 0 when x is +2. So to the right, pag positive ang coefficient of x, to the right, positive. To the left, negative. If negative the coefficient of the x, to the left, positive. To the right, negative. Did you get that, children? Look at the coefficient of x. If the coefficient of x is positive, to the right of 0, positive. To the left, negative. If the coefficient of x is negative, to the left, negative. To the right, positive. Is that clear? Guys. Boys.
Sir, ano po ulit?
Ayan, you see. Look at the board. Oh, where did I put the negative? On the right side. Because the coefficient of x here is negative. If the coefficient of x is negative, to the left, positive, to the right, negative. If the coefficient of x is positive, to the right, positive, to the left, negative. Is that clear?
Yes.
In number 1, both coefficients of x are positive. The reason why, to the right of 0 are all positive. To the left, negative. Okay? Clear now, children? Okay, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If it's not clear, you ask your mommy, daddy to accompany you listening, huh? So that they can remind you of this, huh? And, or your sisters, brothers. You help each other, unlike not in the test, huh? Just in the lecture. Positive times negative, negative. Positive times positive, we are multiplying this. Positive times positive, positive. Negative times positive, negative. What do we want, children? We want what? Greater than or equal to, meaning negative 5 and positive 2 are included. Is that clear? And we want it positive, so this is the answer. Okay? What is the solution set? Children, in interval notation and in set notation. In set notation, from negative 5, including negative 5, up to positive 2, including positive 2, or close interval negative 5 to positive 2. Okay? See the difference if equation is part? Guys? Guys? Guys?
Yes,
Yes,
po.
sir.
Okay. So let's now have, what about this one? X squared plus 13x, then plus 36. Could you please check if this is factorable? I want factorable. Is that factorable, guys?
Yes po.
Okay. What are the factored form? What is the factored form? X plus
9.
9. X plus
4.
4. What are the critical numbers? Do it mentally. The associated equation, solve, no? Critical numbers. What are the critical numbers?
Negative
9 and negative 4 po.
Then arrange on a number line. Actually, you can do that mentally. If less, in between. If both are positive coefficients, huh? If less, in between. If greater, away. So expected in between negative 9 and negative 4. What is smaller? Negative 9, negative 4. If you want to do it easily. Which one is smaller?
Negative 9.
Yeah. What is the solution set expected? What do you think the solution set? If you do it mentally? Negative 9 to negative 4. Why? Because less than or equal to, we include negative 9 and negative 4. It is in between if less. As long as the coefficients of x are what? Are positive, ha? Kaya you have to make the coefficient positive if you want to do it mentally. Okay? Okay, guys. X plus 9, x plus 4. Guys, x plus 4. Because if you are in a hurry, yan, you can do that mentally. Okay, 0 here, 0 here. Since both are positive, the coefficients of x, to the right, positive, negative to the left. Okay, is that clear, children? Negative, negative, positive, negative, positive. In between, because less, negative, we want it negative. But we include negative 9 and negative 4. Why is negative 9 and negative 4 included again? children of the Philippines? Because what?
Equal. It can be less than or
Because less
equal.
equal is included, no? Equation is part. Okay now, guys? What if I have, let's say, this? Number 5. Let's say I have, let me have a problem. Let's say I have negative 9, 5x. No, not 5x. Ayan, negative x squared. Negative x squared. Then, let me have first 9x minus x squared plus 36 minus 4x. 5x plus 5x minus plus 36. Plus 36. Ayan. Greater than 0. What about this, guys? What is the factored form? Is it factorable? Guys?
Yes.
What you do so that you can easily factor it, always begin with positive coefficient. Okay? For the quadratic. You multiply by what? Negative 1. What is this now?
Positive.
Minus 36. What about the right side? I mean, the symbol. What happened to the symbol?
It changed.
Sorry? It is now greater. Why now greater, children? That's the rule. Multiplying by negative or dividing by negative, an inequality will reverse the symbol of inequality. Is that clear?
Yes.
What is now the factored form?
X minus 9, x plus 4.
Is that correct?
Yes.
What are the critical numbers?
9 and negative 4.
9 and negative 4.
Which one is smaller?
Negative 4.
Do you know, can you do mentally the solution set? Both the coefficients are positive, greater, it's away. When you say away, negative infinity to negative 4, kasi negative 4 is smaller, then followed by 9 to positive infinity. Do we have to include negative 4 and 9? No. Do you know how to do it mentally? If you can't do it mentally, you just prepare a table of values. A table like this, a sign chart. Okay? Hi guys. Using sign chart, if you can't do it mentally, if greater and as long as positive the coefficients of x, if greater away, if less inside, just check if equation is part. Negative 4, positive 9 here. Okay? What are the factors? X plus 9. X minus 9. X minus x plus 4. No? Yeah. What are the signs? Zero here. Zero here. So positive, positive, negative, negative here. Negative, positive, positive. So positive product, negative, positive. We want it to be greater. So positive the product. So meaning, it should be where? Negative 4 to negative infinity to the left. Positive 9 to positive infinity. Okay, guys? Okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
But if you want to do it mentally, just remember what I told you. Okay? Any question, guys?
Wala na.
Okay. What about if you have polynomial inequality? If you have a polynomial inequality, meaning you will have more factors. more factors. Polynomial inequality. So let's say I have a polynomial p of x is less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to 0. Remember, the right side must be 0, huh? Yan. Where p here, where p is what? Is a polynomial. Polynomial. Let's say in x. Polynomial. Okay? Yan. So it can be in x, it can be in y, depending on the variable. How to solve? Find the solution set. Number 1, let's say I have this polynomial inequality, x minus 3, x squared minus 4, or x plus 3 here. And then x plus 5, quantity to the 5th, and that is less than 0. Okay, guys? Okay, guys? Be sure the left side you will able to factor. Don't worry, you will be given expression that can be factored. Okay, because it's not easy to solve inequality. Then same thing, you solve for the critical numbers. Critical numbers. Again, children, what are critical numbers? Solutions of what? Or roots of the associated equation. Associated polynomial equation. Or what do you think the roots? Anyone, guys? Alexander. Guys, what are the critical numbers? Guys.
Negative 3, positive 2, negative 5.
Plus or minus 2. Because this one, I forgot to tell you that we have to factor every factor if it's still factorable. Yeah. This is x plus 3. We can factor this now. Still x plus 2, x minus 2. And this one, no need, no? Because it's already in factored form. What are the critical numbers? Negative 3, negative 2, positive 2. What else?
Negative 5.
Negative 5. Okay? When equated to 0. Raised to 5 this one. So you get negative 5 times. So it is called a root with 5 times repeated. Negative 5. It is 5 times repeated. Then after getting the critical numbers, you're going to arrange them on a number line. Okay? Or anyone who wants to give me the arrangement? Children? Who wants to give me the arrangement on the number line? Guys, it's all right, not accurate. This is just an approximation. Okay? So what about
Negative
here?
5.
Negative 5.
Negative 3. Negative 2.
Positive 2.
Positive
No.
2. Or 0.
Wala naman 0. So we have negative 3, negative 5,
Sir, negative 5.
negative 3, negative 2, positive 2. Am I correct now?
Yes, sir.
Yan. Okay now? So, and then after that, so going to the left, negative infinity. Going to the right without and positive infinity. Do we have to include these critical numbers in the solution set?
No, sir.
No, because equation is not part. Okay, very good. Then we're going to prepare table of values. We call this sign chart. How many factors do we have to list down? X plus 3, x plus 2, x minus 2, x plus 5 raised to 5. Okay, guys? And then make a number line. I mean, partition to separate. It's not easy to draw line, no? Our blackboard is like a blackboard, no? Are you amazed of our blackboard? Do you have a blackboard like this in your junior high? Guys? Boys?
Nung grade school, sir. Ngayon, puro dilaw.
Puro dilaw. You don't have green board like this in online?
Sir, wala.
What do we want, by the way? What do we want with these factors? We want the product, right? What do we want, children? Product, right?
Product.
Let's now assign the zeros. Where does this become 0, the x plus 3? When x is what?
-3.
X plus 2.
-2.
X minus 2.
+2.
X plus 5.
-5.
Yeah. If x plus 5 is raised to add, you do not have to be afraid of the exponent. Even it is raised to 1 million 1, 10,005, as long as add, it's like no exponent, meaning it's like the exponent is 1. Okay? But if the exponent is even, everything is positive on the left and right of the 0. Is that clear, children? Let's say I have x plus 3 raised to 4, and it is 0 somewhere here. What sign am I going to write to the right side? Positive. To the left side, positive still. Why, children? Because raised to even. Is that clear, children?
Yes, sir.
Yes po.
But if it is add, it is just the same as raised to 1. You do not have to worry about that. Okay? As long as the positive coefficient, what is the sign to the right? Positive. What is the sign to the left? Negative. But if the coefficient is negative for the x, what is the sign to the right? Negative. What is the sign to the left? Positive. Is that clear? How to put the sign so that you can easily put the sign? Here, positive, no? Negative, 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 positive, positive, positive. Yan. It's like TikTok. It's like playing tic-tac-toe. Ano yun? Tic-tac-toe. Negative, negative, negative. 4 negatives, positive. 3 negatives, negative. 2 negatives, positive. 1 negative, positive, negative. All positive, positive. We want it less. On what intervals is the left side, is the product negative? We want it less. On what intervals? So here and also here. Okay? There are only 2 intervals on which the product is less. Is that clear, children? What is the solution set? -5 up to what? To -3. Union, open parenthesis because critical numbers are not parts of solutions. Okay? What else? Union with what? -2 to +2. That's it, children. See, very easy to solve a polynomial inequality in general. Guys. Clear now, children? Guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, do this, do this. Solve. I will put this as additional points only, You who can write solution, no? X plus 3, quantity to the 4th, and x squared minus 4x minus 5, then 7 minus 2x greater than or equal to 0. Okay, determine the solution set. I will make a bin for you to be able to submit this. Find the solution set. Okay, guys?
Sir, when po isa-submit?
I will just put there, not in a hurry. I will just put the additional points only. So even though you will not able to do it, it's all right. Okay? So you just wait for the bin for the submission. Okay? Do you still have questions, children? Before
Yes.
I leave?
Sir, do we have to answer it all?